Hello everyone, I'm CJ Werleman. Don't forget to click the subscribe button below and please help keep our show going and growing by supporting my journalism at patreon.com/CJ Werleman. Now let's get into it. They say the first step in solving a problem is recognizing you have a problem in the first place. Well, when it comes to the threat of Hindu extremist terrorism, what is known in India as Saffron terror, the world is yet to take its first step. Mostly because the war on terror has made Hindu terrorism invisible. But the recent wave of terror committed by radicalized Hindus against Muslims and Sikhs in the United Kingdom, California, New Jersey, and Australia should finally serve as a wake-up call. You see, Hindu terrorism has become a global threat, but it's one that's been underreported and misunderstood. But stick with me here because I'm about to reveal its origins, methodologies, and strategies. And I also reveal how these groups have infiltrated Western governments. But alarmingly, these governments remain blind to this threat, as evident in the recent appointment of a Hindu nationalist community leader to an interfaith council under the United States Department of Homeland Security. This individual was the director of Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, which is the foreign wing of RSS, or what is the world's largest terrorist organization. Boasting more than 1 million members, it is being accused of carrying out some of India's worst mass casualty terrorist attacks. In fact, India's first ever terrorist was a member of RSS.
The whole world was shocked by the news of Gandhi's assassination.
These are the words of Mahatma Gandhi's assassin in 1948.
The present government is unfairly favorable to Muslims, and that policy is due to Gandhi.
RSS sits at the top of a family tree of Hindutva hate, with offshoots operating freely in the United States, Australia, Europe, and the United Kingdom, where they push their hateful anti-democratic ideology to advance the political interests of BJP. It's also important to understand that BJP is not only Modi's party, but also the political wing of RSS. That's right, the Hindu extremist terrorist organization. RSS moved from the fringes of Indian society to the political mainstream after it demolished the ancient Babri Mosque in 1992.
So on December 6, 1992, Babri Mosque was demolished by more than 150,000 nationalists led by the BJP and the RSS. The demolition led to religious unrest and rioting in other parts of the country. Unrest which gained momentum and led to more divisions between Muslims and Hindus.
This single act of terrorism not only radicalized millions of Hindus into the arms of BJP, but also helped propel Modi into political power in 2001, when he became the chief minister of the Indian state of Gujarat. The following year, he would incite a genocide against 2,000 Muslims.
For a second day, Hindu mobs attacked Muslims in towns across the western state of Gujarat. Despite shoot-to-kill orders issued to police in one village, Hindus set fire to Muslim homes, killing 30 people.
Witnesses say the police stood by and watched as crowds burned Muslim-owned stores, hotels, and restaurants. In one village, 27 Muslims died when angry mobs set their homes on fire. In another village, 7 Muslims were burned to death in a bakery.
4 years later, RSS-inspired Saffron terror emerged as a significant threat to India's national security, when it carried out a string of terrorist attacks against Muslims, mosques, and political opponents in 2006 and 2007.
Two almost simultaneous blasts on the same day in 2 different states, Maharashtra and Gujarat, killing 7 people, both using the same technique. Low-intensity bombs fitted on motorbikes. These blasts blew the lid off, literally, on an underground terror outfit which was right under everyone's noses.
Like always, Hindu nationalists tried to falsely accuse Pakistan and jihadi elements for these attacks, but the subsequent investigations pointed only to Hindu extremists.
To be known as the phenomenon of Saffron terror.
Incidents of the last 3 months with the integral link of limbs of the BJP like the ABVP, the ex-servicemen cell, the Durga Vahini, raise a vital question for the first time in Indian politics. How, to what extent is a mainstream political party allied to these acts?
By 2007, Saffron terror had become a transnational threat, when a train carrying Pakistani Muslims was bombed.
The saffronization of Indian politics takes a transnational turn. 2 years later, on the 19th of February 2007, A train travelling from India to Pakistan explodes. It kills 40 Pakistanis, amongst others.
Later, RSS leaders would claim responsibility for this attack.
RSS terrorist Swami Asim Anand confesses to the attack. Asim Anand intends to respond to every Islamist terror attack with a bomb for a bomb policy.
But even more alarming is that these attacks were carried out with the assistance of Indian military personnel.
64-year-old Major retired Ramesh Upadhyay, a resident of Pune. He had worked in the Indian Army's military intelligence unit and was suspected of training those who had assembled the bombs. He had also headed the BJP's ex-army officer cell. 37-year-old serving officer Lieutenant Colonel Purohit, who had procured the RDX used in the blast. This military intelligence officer was posted in Panchmadi in Madhya Pradesh.
This prompted calls for a national-level investigation into the ties between the military and Hindu terrorist organisations. But when Pakistani terrorists attacked the Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai in 2008, these investigations were suddenly dropped. Which is why many believe the Mumbai attackers were employed by Hindu nationalists within the Indian intelligence and security agencies to provide cover for their complicity with Hindu terrorist groups. You see, after Mumbai, the Indian media and government became fixated only on Islamic extremism, which has allowed Hindu extremist terrorist groups to continue to operate freely within India and abroad. But in 2013, Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde revealed that BJP and RSS were operating training camps to promote Hindu terrorism.
Home Secretary has told Headlines today that evidence against 10 terror suspects with links to RSS have come forth. The Home Secretary gave this information to RSS a short while back. Well, that is what the RSS and the BJP was asking to come out with proof. And now the Home Secretary has said that evidence against terror suspects with links to RSS is present with the Home Ministry.
But when BJP seized power the following year in 2014, the investigations into BJP and RSS terrorist groups were dropped and never spoken about again. That is until September of this year, when a former RSS worker came forward and swore under oath that RSS are involved in bomb blasts across India to help BJP win elections. Put plainly, Modi's BJP is inseparable from Hindu Saffron terror. Today, Hindutva organisations, including Modi's political party, are using social media to spread their genocidal hate and fascist political beliefs to Hindus throughout the Indian diaspora, which is why we are now witnessing Saffron terror on the streets of London, California and Sydney. Which is why it's high time the world finally wakes up to the threat of Hindu terror and ban and deport Indian migrants who have ties to Hindu extremist organisations. Anyway, that's my time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we kindly ask you please support this endeavour by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/CJWellerman. We can't produce, sustain and grow this show without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.